Welcome back, everybody. And if you're not subscribed, of course, I'm not welcoming you back because you're just visiting. So subscribe and I'll welcome you back as well. Want to get into this reverse punch. Is this the dumbest punch in the world or what? I mean, it's such a traditional punch that really doesn't have any value. Me personally, I think it has a lot of value. I think it's extremely important if it's taught properly, okay? You see a lot of people that they'll do a reverse punch. They're just here. They're square. They don't use any body. They're just arm punching, if that's what you even want to call it, punching. I mean, it's just ridiculous what most people do. When I got to Ho Chun and started learning from teacher, and we did this reverse punch, and we were in a horse stance, and I mean, it was, you put shoulder behind shoulder. That sternum better be completely turned. You better use your hip to throw that punch. So by putting yourself in a horse stance and really working on the mechanics of the hip, the waist, the shoulder behind shoulder. We also would keep the elbow down. We didn't allow the elbow to go out to the side, locking out the arm. We kept it down, so therefore it would be harder to get a break in on the arm. The arm would just fold instead of hyperextending or breaking. I got away from it at my school when I taught because I was told that one of the students was asked, hey, if you had to fight and you had to defend yourself, how would you punch somebody? And the kid dropped into a horse stance and was doing that. So I said, okay, they need to really work that punch out of a fighting stance, not out of a horse stance. I think it was good at the time, and it still would be good right now. If I was to open a school, brick and mortar school, and start teaching, I wouldn't teach it out of the horse stance, especially the children, because they don't comprehend yet. I think with adults that have had some training, this is the way to do it. Boom, and getting that pop, that exhale, everything works on the very basic of the mechanics of the strike. Okay, so I think it's an extremely valuable tool to our self-defense journey. All right, this is a very, very important strike, a very, very important training tool. But like I said, how many people do you see doing it like that? I'll bet you, I'll go through the internet right now and find all kinds of pictures with people here. When I first started going down to Florida to National Association of Professional Martial Artists seminars and learning how to run a business, a martial arts business, because every teacher I had never made money from teaching, having a school open. So I needed to learn, how do these karate guys have 300 students? They're charging buku bucks compared to my teacher who only charges $30 a month or something. It was really something I needed in order to make a business out of the what I learned, but to teach that top quality stuff. All right, so when I first started going down to Florida, and I was around 500, 600, 800 different martial arts school owners from around the country, and then also from other countries, you would see these guys punch, and You know, because we had all kinds of vendors that had pads and everything, and these people, you would say, oh, and they're barely touching the pad, you know? And I mean, I'm just looking at these people, and people thought I had like superpowers. There was all kinds of people that would, the vendors, oh, this dude's kicks are nasty. Oh, this dude's punches like a mule, you know? And it wasn't that I'm doing anything, that I'm stronger or anything else. It's the technique, okay? You can't get anything out of that. It has to be turned. It has to come from the feet, the hips, and using that body, those connectors, okay? Like we've been talking about for the past couple of weeks. So if your mindset is against this type of reverse punch, this type of traditional training, rethink it, because it might just connect something that you've been leaving out, and it's going to make your punches that much more devastating, all right? And I'm not talking about out of the horse stance, I'm talking about out of a fighting position, all right? So that's today's video. I'll see you guys on Thursday. I hope you have an awesome week. Peace.